Kelly, hi, Jim Delapine here. I'd like to give you some video feedback on this character here on Grace. You did a terrific job on these layer masks here. I can tell because if I select the background and hit Alt Delete, fill it with black, I see no straight pixels, and all of the masking, it looks terrific for the most part. So let me just undo that and then talk about other possibilities here. So let me just hide all this text here. And, when I look at this, I imagine that she's dancing and singing. So we can work with that. And I'd like to show you how you can improve that. So if you have the auto select checkbox checked and you're in the move tool, any element that you click on, it'll go right to that layer. So that makes it very easy to quickly go to a layer here. So what I'm going to do is balance her out here, and I'm going to drag the rose and center it. So this way it looks like she's standing on the rose leg. Okay, and then what we can do is maybe, actually that doesn't look too bad, but I had a thought here. If you know what, let me leave well enough alone. This looks good. This looks like she's has a leg thrown up, and this looks nice. So let's talk about having her look like she's singing. Okay, so this is the thought that comes to my mind. So first of all, these rocks, they just can't exist. They can't just put the eyes there. Rocks there for eyes. So I'm going to hide these. And what we can do though is we can steal this portion and turn these into eyes and make this look like a mouth kind of. So if I go to my lasso tool and just put a rough selection around this center part here, right? Okay. So then with the image part of the flower head selected or active, I'm going to hit Control or Command J. So that copied what's in that selection to the layer above. Okay, so I have this part here. Right. So now what I'll do is I'll go to my Move tool and quickly go up here, and I'm going to hit Control T for Free Transform. Go to any corner bounding box, click and drag inward. As I'm dragging, I'm holding down the Shift key to constrain the proportions. And if you also hold down the Alt or Option key, it will scale into that center point. So I think something like that would be suitable. Alright, so we'll put it here, then maybe rotate it a little bit, and I'll hit enter to apply that transformation. And then what I'll do is create a layer mask for that layer. Okay, so now I'll zoom in, spacebar Control or spacebar Command, and go to my brush tool. So with my brush tool active, I'll make sure it's at 0% hardness. What I want to do is mask out the edges to make it blend into the background. So with the layer mask active and black is my foreground color, I'm going to just kind of hit the edges here and just kind of blend it in and have the edges disappear. We'll zoom in a little bit more, so do that kind of thing. Okay, you just really want it to kind of like disappear and blend into the background here. Okay, so that looks pretty good. Alright, so there you go. So you have an eye. Now what you want to do is duplicate that for the other eye. So if you go to your Move tool and hold down the Alt or Option key, you'll see that double arrowhead, which indicates a duplication. And I'll just click and drag over, and we now have another eye. Alright, so that's copied. Now, to make it a little more dramatic, let's do this. So I'm going to select both eyes by shift clicking. If you hold down the shift key and click, you'll add to the selection. Alright, so that means I have all three selected. Now what I'll do is I'll hit Control T. It's giving us a warning sign because you have this flower head layer as a smart filter, so which is okay. Alright, so now I want to rotate this. So this petal, this flower is separate from the stem. Alright, so I'm going to take the center point and click and drag that right here. So I'm going to have it rotate around this point here. So now it looks like this. Okay, so now I'll do something like that. Now it looks like she's getting a little dramatic and leaning back and singing. That's what I imagine anyway. All right, so I just wanted to throw out those few tips there as to what you could do to have more fun with this. So keep that in mind, and I hope that helped. And yeah, at this point, you've done a great job with all the layer masks, but try to, let's see if you can get her to be a little bit more animated now. All right, and we'll kind of set her in a scene. All right, okay, hope that helped. Take care. Bye.